Hello Internet, James Allen from Out of 8, and today I'm playing real-time 4X space strategy game Dawn of Andromeda. Game features a era mode where it's basically a bunch of missions that have pre-scripted maps, and you play with different races. I'm going to do a more traditional custom game where you can start out by choosing your race. Each of the different races have different tributes. It doesn't really matter who I pick. I'll just pick these guys. They look fine. You can also choose a custom race and customize your own if you want. I'm going to do a big galaxy to kind of spread everybody out a little bit. I'm going to turn pirates on very rare because I hate pirates, and I'm going to turn minor races on very rare also because if you don't, they just populate pretty much every habitable planet that's located on the map. Next thing you can do is select who you want in your game. This is a lot of options. I'm actually going to pare this down a lot. By default, it kind of picks all of them, which is too many, even on a huge map. And then your different victory conditions in your home planet. So here we go. Alright, get your little introduction, which we'll skip by. First step is to appoint your council. Typically, I like to appoint people that have positive traits that are not tied to governorship, which is basically everybody. I'll pick him and pick him, though. If governor, if council member, thank you. Sure. Sure. Okay. Research tree, pretty typical. You have military, social, and science options. You also will get available projects, which you'll see come up here in a little bit, and artifacts if you discover them. So I think I'm going to start with military stuff. So we'll do the particle beams first, and the blasters, and the P barriers. And then we'll do the solar cities, stuff like that. Alright, so this is in real time, so let me pause before I get too far behind. Start out with the scout. You can turn the scout on auto explore, which is what I'll do. You also start out with your planet. You have to click on this planet menu to do anything. First thing you can do is appoint a governor. So I will give you that for pop. Actually, no, I don't want you. Change governor. Because this... Yeah, faster research, that's what I want. Because they're already at max pop, so there's no reason for that. I'm going to build another scout, and I'll actually probably queue up a couple colony ships also, because I know I'll need them. Unlike a lot of 4X games, you don't actually build buildings. What you do is you level up the infrastructure by assigning investment points. So as you can see here, my housing is at level 1 out of 2, so I'm going to try to increase that by giving it 2 ticks. You can have a total of 5 points you can spread between all these areas. I'll give a couple to social and 1 to... Actually, I'll do 1 social and 2 research. That costs 10 a week, so that brings my income down to 6 a week. And you basically use all of your money on ship maintenance and infrastructure maintenance. So there's that. And now we wait for our other scout to get built while that guy auto-scouts. So it is in real time, but you can pause at any time, which is the way I usually play. So there's my scout. So I'll select my scout. Now, this is a good time to talk about the interface. All of the interface things take up the entire screen, which is extremely unnecessary and pretty terrible because it takes away from seeing the map. You know, you have your list of ships, but you can't see the ships. Actually, clicking on the name doesn't do anything. You have to click on the little eye icon to zoom to the unit here in the map. Same thing with the planet list. Again, this tiny little planet list. Why is this full screen? Eventually, it'll come up with colonizable stuff and minor races when we encounter them. But again, there's no reason for that to be full screen. I think I'm going to send this scout here, and then I'm going to turn him on auto explore, and then we'll see which direction it has him sending. Sometimes when you have 2 guys on auto explore, they'll just follow each other, which is not what I want. Okay, he'll pick a good direction there. So these guys will go around. They found some interesting stuff over here. They found a space dust and a deposit. So what I can do is, if I go back to my planet list, you just build a survey ship to go after the magnifying glass, and you build a mining ship to go after the little, mining equipment there. And then that's basically it for that. So a lot like Stellaris, where you send out survey ships and do anomalies and stuff like that. Very, very similar. So hopefully we'll find some colonizable planets here. Found a clan, found another couple deposits. Nothing colonizable yet. There's one, but that's way the hell over there. Vacant buildings. So this is all going to fill in. Colony ship is ready. I think I'm going to send them here because there's nowhere else to send them. So click my ship. Again, this is where the interface comes into play. So you can go on here and look at your colonizable planet list. There's a couple of them. We have a large one that's decent. We have a small one that's decent, so I want the large one. So I can zoom to that. And then you have to be careful because if you click accidentally, your colony ship is gone. You can't just click this and say colonize it with an available colony ship. No. That'd be way too easy and make too much sense. So what you have to do is go to the full screen unit list. There's your colony ship. Go to the unit. You can't just select it. It has to go to it. And then you have to zoom back out. And it was like, oh crap, which planet was that? I don't really remember. Yeah, it was this one. Go over there and then click the little activate colony ability and then click on the colony there. And I'll bring up some other issues when we get to that point. That's super far away. Okay. And it's right by those assholes. So that's very... This is a very bad start. Hi. And again, there's news items that take place up top and news items that take place on the side for no apparent reason. And you also can't customize which alerts you get and which ones you don't. Alright, my survey ship is done. There's also no idle ship indicator. So I'm going to send him to this thing. And he will go check that out. Usually you get some sort of bonus. Okay, there's another colony I could do. What's my queue look like? Yeah, and you can see back here on the planet list it says build. It's very informative. Mining ship, colony ship. And you pay for everything up front too, so you don't want to overbuild colony ships. I need another scout, to be honest. I'm going to be shocked if he can actually colonize that before the other race gets there. It's really almost, the game is almost a lot of luck based on whether the colonizable planets are close to you or not. So I'm finding stuff. Yep, my mining ship is done. So we will take him and we will send him to here to mine that. And I'll actually probably build another mining ship to mine the thing that's actually closer to that. So let me add that to my queue also. We probably need another survey ship to kind of get all the stuff that's to the south down here. I don't want to pay your protection fee. Research infrastructure leveled up. Scout has been built. So let me send him... Watch there be a thing this way. Right next door. I doubt it. Oh, of course there is. There's two. Yep, because that makes sense. Screw you, dude. Alright, so now I'm starting to find people. I'm going to put him on auto, so he'll go in that direction. So, of course, there's two planets over there that are colonizable, because that's mean. Small, decent, small, decent. We'll probably do this. We'll do that one. Build. Another colony ship. After those two, well, yeah. It really, the game is a race to colonize everything. Because only one, only one race can colonize each planet. Only one race can mine a specific resource at a time. Now, he's actually setting up the colony 67% done. But if you look at the ship list, it says colony ship idle. Well, he's not idle. He's colonizing a planet. That's misleading and very unhelpful, and when you're trying to manage a large empire, it's actually probably detrimental to you managing your empire because you think, oh, he's idle, I need to send him to go colonize a planet. He's not actually idle, he's setting up a colony. So, again, another shortcoming of the interface there. Alright, so we're filling out, scouting around, trying to get stuff. And again, there's no indicator about which of these things you are using with survey ships, which things you are using with mining ships. It, doesn't tell you when you have idle ships available. Okay, we're sending this guy here. Here he goes. There you go. So that colony is set up, so we will zoom to that and select it. Give him a governor. We have an income of... it won't tell me when I'm on the governor thing. Of course not, because that would be silly. Actually, let's do... we'll do the pop cap here. Let's build a shipyard, which costs 500, and then we will do housing, food. Can I see how much my balance is now? -4. Yeah, that's not good. Not good. Oh yeah, so speaking of projects, let's see who doesn't hate me. They hate me. They 1, -5, -2. Yeah, that's cool. The clans are just, they're hostile against everything. Those are the minor races. Again, I put that on very low, but there's already like a ton. So let me study the Calzor, actually. So we'll study them, add it to the queue. Actually, I'm just going to do that now. Which just improves relations with them, that's all it does. Lots of clans. Again, this is very low. Minor races, but they're all over the place. And very low pirates. Okay. So I got one planet right next to these guys. Make contact with other people. That's what a huge map is. Pretty big. Found some colonizable planets. Terran says, hi, we're going to declare war on you later. Under attack by an amoeba. Got my survey ship ready. Oh, my mining ship too, which I forgot about because there's no idle ship indicator. Now, what am I mining? I'm mining this. Whoop. Again, no indication of which things you're mining, which ones you're not. So, survey ship we will send here. I don't like having the evil guy there, so we'll send him to this planet. And check it out. So here's my ships. Idle in a gas cloud. Again, not idle. He's extracting for research. That's definitely not idle. Hi. Oh, good. Colonization failed. That's awesome. Yay! That means I get to spend more money on another colony ship. Cool. Actually, I'll probably just use that one. Try it again. It's like a random chance about whether you succeed or not. Is there even anything else I want to go after? This one, I guess? There's one over there, too. I could do 2 more. Let's do 2 more. Research complete. Let me see available projects. Yeah, it's not that interesting. I don't really care about improving relations with these other people. Life discovered. I want to send a colony ship here, and then I want to send one over here. I'll probably do that one first, actually. Oh, and there's one over there. And there's one over there. Got a lot of colonizable ships. Or planets. Pretty good amount. Oh my gosh, what? No, I don't want to pay your fee. Yes, I'm glad you're studying me. Yes, we're friends. Yes, crash site. Yes. Whatever. So I really need like 3 colony ships. How'd that go from less than a week left to 1 week left? I don't understand. Okay, finally got that colonized. What's my balance? 1. So I can add like one thing somewhere. Yeah, we'll do that. I don't think I need a shipyard when I'm that close to the other planet. So let's do increase pop limit. That's fine. Oh, that's too bad. Whatever. You get little events like that too. Research complete. Yay for me. Runes located. Yeah. Terran studies us. Yeah. Warless studies us. Yeah. Yeah. Lots of Empire log. All this junk. So basically, it's just you send little question mark guys over there, or the magnifying glass guys. Oh my god, so much stuff. Now, where's that survey ship? See, I don't own a gas cloud, but I don't believe that you actually are. No, you're not. I don't own a gas cloud. You're such a liar. You are a liar. Oh, but I do have 2 colony ships just sitting here because I didn't realize they finished building. So that's cool. You go there. Okay, now I need to grab the other one. You go... Where's the other one? Where is the other one? Oh, it's over here. You go here. And I like how you mouse over it doesn't actually tell you anything about the planet that you just told them to colonize. Small, very good. Yeah, fine. Fine. I thought there were 3 over there. So I just built 3 colony ships. Where's the other one? Unless they probably colonized it. I think it's that. So that's too bad. Because I think that's it. So... That's too bad. I'm just going to destroy it. Goodbye, people. Now, what do I want to build? I don't need another colony ship. What do I want to build? Another... Oh, crap. There was a colony ship down here. Darn it. Oh, well, that's cool. Why is it doing that? Frov! Giant planets! I shouldn't have done that. I didn't see that one down there because it doesn't show the things when you're at the wrong zoom level. So what do I actually probably should build on my military. To be honest, I don't have much money left anyway. There you go, that's it. That's my money. I think it got off of... sure. Sure. Yay. Yay. Thanks, friends. Alright, so... combat is very bland. It's just send a bunch of ships at the enemy and then they kind of pew 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 at each other until somebody dies. And that's basically it. And you need a ton of ships too, which I honestly don't have the income for, although yes I do. That is a lie. Now, you can change the tick marks here, which is interesting. So let's do that and that. But you can't change the other stuff. Oh, negative by 3. Well, that was dumb. What? Yes. Oh, yeah, I gotta choose another thing. Let's choose a... Sure. Shut up. No thanks. Thanks. Yeah, I think it's, I think it broke. I think it's on, like, super slow. It's not on fast time anymore. Or everything's just taking... Or the colony ships are just slow. That may be possible, too. Whatever. taking forever to get over there. Anyway. And that's basically it. I mean, you're not going to see anything new. You know, a lot of what Dawn of Andromeda does is done better in other games. Yeah, they're going to declare war on me soon if they're threatening me. You know, I think the most parallels are drawn with Stellaris. I mean, this game features, you know, surveying systems just like Stellaris. It features a council with different attributes just like Stellaris. You know, your early game is scouting out. You have to, you know, colonize specific things. Some of the game is luck into, you know, exploring in the right direction and then finding colonizable planets when you get there. And it's a real race in the beginning. You have to send your ships out because only one person can colonize each or collect each mining resource or investigation location here. So you really have to kind of build, and get those guys out. And then focus on your military later. You can custom design your ships, but it's still not that interesting to do military type stuff. You know, you have different policies and stuff you can do in your empire, but just costs money with exchange something else. So something to do if you have a really huge income. The diplomatic options are very typical for a game like this. You know, fabricate Cassius Belli, causing influence, or declaring war, embargoing, improving or bringing down relations, proposals involving, you know, peace treaties, promises, different systems or research or artifacts. So, you know, the worst part of the game is the interface. The fact that the planet list and the ship list take up the entire screen is annoying. The fact that it says things are idle when they aren't actually idle, they're actually collecting resources, is dumb. Or colonizing a planet, because that's when you have a ton of planets, it's not going to be, that's not useful information. It's actually misleading. So the AI seems to be fine. They're a little bit too trigger happy about declaring war on you, and they tend to focus on military more than they probably should, rather than early expansion. Because if you can get a number of systems going initially, then you can really take it to them and kind of colonize, you know, out-colonize and out-produce them based on how many colonies you have and all that stuff. So ultimately, this is not a game I recommend because there's other games that do a lot of the same stuff but do it better. And because of the derivative nature of Dawn of Andromeda and the lack of a fluid informational interface, makes it so that it's a game that I don't recommend. That's all I have for today. Till next time, bye now.